welcome to Unboxing with Erin and Quincilia.
Hello.
We're gonna talk about some amazing fabrics today and unbox them. And as we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we are here on the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. We're very privileged to be here. Quincilia is a master organizer.
Indeed.
Which I'm sure all of us can use more help with in our homes, especially with our stashes.
I've met a few.
Yes.
I've met a few.
And we're gonna kind of talk about fabric in a bit of a different way today with our more organization related way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. What is the name of your company right now?
It's SOS My Space.
Mm-hmm.
SOS stands for Simplified Organized Support. So I like to take the energetic approach to organizing. It's not about the stuff. It's about how we feel in our space. And a lot of times the makers and home sewers that I've worked with are really, really overwhelmed in their space. And
Yeah.
I'm understanding that the space of overwhelm in your mind is not the greatest place to create from. So,
Yeah. Oh, great. There
we go.
Great. I love it. This is our first fabric.
Ooh, it's so silky.
This one's an interesting fabric because the right direction of the material is hard to find. There's the right side. Okay. So this is like a kind of like satiny lining fabric. So it's this cream color with the brown floral. This is such a nice like sketched floral.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I feel like I could frame this.
Absolutely. I mean, I do that a lot with textiles in my house.
Yeah.
There are things that speak to me, they get framed and they're on the wall rather than in my stash.
I get it. I get it.
Because for those of us who do that, we collect fabric rather than make with it. But I love this. This would be for like lining.
This would be the most beautiful lining. I would wear everything inside out if it was lined with this.
I know. I love it. So, if you don't know already, Quincilia, we name our fabrics fun names.
Oh, what's this?
So this one is called Painting with Coffee.
I love it.
I love it.
I love
That's
it.
fun. It's definitely
That's
painting
so
with coffee.
Hey, what's next?
A little black and white.
Ooh, another. Ooh, you know what? With the heat that's going on right now, these light fabrics would be really great on the body.
I like the drape of this one.
Okay, so can you tell by touch what a fabric is made of?
Most of the time. But that's just experience and practice and feeling it all the time. There has been a couple of moments where someone's across the room and, Erin, what's this? And I'm like, it's that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I try to in here put the same fabrics with the same fabric. So like if they're all a certain type of knit, they all go together in the organization of the studio. I noticed
that.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed with the organization of the studio, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Everything's coded and grouped, labeled.
Yeah. I try and find things that are slippery, like containment, so that it doesn't go all over the place. Yeah. That's a big thing that you work with too, is containment, right?
Containment. Containerize everything, and just grouping things together so that it's easier to find, right? Whether it's at home or in a warehouse space like this, that's so important.
This one's called Pedal to the Metal.
Yeah.
So this is like almost like a mesh style knit, but it's quite like printed. You can see with the camera that it is sheer, but yeah, it's got quite the drape.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
love it.
Oh, and there's a few. Look at that.
Oh,
there's a lot bigger piece. Wow.
Yeah, really long. I don't know what you would make with it. I'm not the expert on that.
I have quite a few people who would actually make a lot of lingerie out of that, and you could even probably use it for swimwear.
Ooh. Awesome. See?
That's okay. Oh, this is soft.
Oh, I like this. I like this print a lot. This is something I would gravitate towards.
The paisley.
Yep.
I'm just going to move our print up a little bit so you can come closer to me.
Okay.
There we go. Now we're more in frame. Yay! Yeah, I love this kind of paisley, this play on like little groupings together. So pretty, this navy and like orange or peach?
Orangey, peachy, salmon,
Stretchy.
tangerine.
Stretchy in both directions.
Yes.
So we call that four-way stretch when it stretches in both directions.
Okay.
And then if it only stretches in one direction, we actually call it a two-way stretch.
Two-way stretch. Got it.
Yeah.
Learning something new.
This would be like t-shirts, underwear.
Yeah, I'm thinking like wide leg
Oh,
pants.
absolutely. Very swingy
Flowy,
fabrics.
swingy, yes.
This is called Paisley Makes the Girls Go Crazy. Whoop, whoop. Now, if you were to go into a space that had like just literally fabric hanging off every inch of it, what would be your first step?
Turn around and walk away. No, I'm just joking.
I mean, that would be my instinct too. Not gonna lie.
Well,
I know everyone's looking at me like, no, you wouldn't.
No, well, to me, everything is about intention. So I would, let's say if it was your studio that I was walking into and there was fabric everywhere, hanging off of everything, I would be asking you what the intentions are. Like, how do you work with the fabric? What do you reach for? What kinds of things are you making?
Absolutely.
And then come up with solutions that are going to work for you, how you use the fabric, and how you flow through this space.
Right.
So my tips for you would be a little bit different than my tips for somebody else who might have a similar situation that I'm walking into.
Yeah, because we all use it differently.
Yeah.
I love that. I know at my home right now I have like this kind of stuff, like the knack squares.
Yeah.
And I have everything folded because I only have a small amount actually at home because I really consider this place my fabric stash.
Yeah.
Because I'm lucky to do that. But yeah, everything's folded and I have like little tags on it with like how much there is and what it is and what have I made out of it previously, if I've used it already.
Brilliant.
And if I haven't used it, any projects I have in mind.
Okay, so how do you tag it? Do you do it something
Like this, yeah, like the
and
way
then
we
all
put
the
our
info
tags
is on there?
Yeah.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea. And then do you color group? Or is it more by type of fabric?
By type for me.
Okay.
Color for me doesn't necessarily mean a lot.
Yeah.
It's more about like what pattern is that going to go for? Is it for a woven pattern, a knit pattern?
Yeah.
Am I going to mix the prints? Is it a solid fabric?
Awesome.
That kind of stuff. But this is fun. This is like,
really fun.
This is polyester jersey, and it would be like tops, pants, skirts, all kinds of stuff. It's quite stretchy. Now this is like an odd shaped fabric too. So not all fabric comes to us in a straight rectangle. This guy has like little cutout on this side and a little
jaggedy
cutout. So somebody has used it to make something for themselves and then donated whatever was left for us.
Okay.
So this stuff is really hard to fold.
It's so slippery.
It's so slippery.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips on folding odd shaped fabric?
Well, I'm always like looking for folding into a straight line, right? So I would lay it out, whether it's on the floor, laying it out on a big table, or even on the bed. And then looking for ways to fold the jaggedy edges into a straight line. Then once you can get that straight line, you can go for your squares or rectangles.
Absolutely.
So much easily.
Yeah. I know for me, I use gravity a lot in here because we're doing the repetition of folding so much.
Yeah.
So for this kind of piece, even if it's so cut off on the bottom there, I find the straightest edge and let gravity play it together until I get the right width. Then it's going to cover my chin. And we fold it accordion style until we can get it straight.
Perfect. Yeah.
And for us here, because we have limited space, especially for our individual bundles, we roll so that also our tags are like out so that you can tell where it is in the shelf and find our SKU numbers.
Awesome.
So this will get now a little tie to keep it together.
Okay.
And then that's
Brilliant.
how we store our fabric here at Fab Cycle.
Love it.
Love it. What's next? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
I love that. The oohs and ahs.
Little vertigo action here.
Look at that. That reads so well on camera. This is like
should have my
very
glasses on for
bouncy. This is a bouncy fabric.
Is this another 4-way stretch?
Let's see. So, this right here is the selvage edge because it curls, and it goes lengthwise, yes, and widthwise, yes.
I learned something new today.
Yeah. So we're holding it this way because that's just like because it's longer that way, but that's actually the width. The length of this is this way. So the print actually goes horizontal versus vertical. But that's the cool thing about pieces of material like this is that you can play with whatever direction you want, especially when it's 4-way stretch.
Okay.
You can put it whichever direction you want for your pattern.
Love it.
What do we call that one?
We call this one the Fire Within.
Ooh, that's a good name.
These are well named.
Look at that little iCat kind of print is what we call this one. So it's not made in the iCat way. There's a specific way of weaving that does the print like this. Ooh. But this is printed on top of the jersey to look like iCat.
Got it.
So it's imitation iCat.
Imitation. Faux cat.
I love that faux cat. This is so dainty.
Oh.
How pretty is that? Oh, that's very pink and lovely on camera. You can see it's quite sheer.
Yeah.
And this one's called A Peony for Your Thoughts. I love it.
That's so,
I'm going to bring this print up for you to see. Look at how pretty it is.
It's so soft. Like color-wise and
the float.
Tactile.
The float. So this is a vintage fabric.
Ooh.
Which is really cool because we get them quite often from people who are destashing who are a little bit older, that kind of thing, and they've had fabric for generations even. And I know I have some generational fabric as well that I will never make into anything. I just have it. But, and I know there's some of you out here who are like that as well. But this print is just gorgeous. We can tell it's vintage, one from the type of print that it is, the era that it comes from.
Yeah.
I would say this is like 60s or 70s. Also, the type of selvage edge. The machinery has shifted and changed in a lot of ways. And so you can feel on this one, there's almost like a glue edge to the top. It feels stiffer than the rest of the fabric.
Yes.
So that would be the selvage. So this would be knit so that instead of being hooked on the sides and knit across, this would have been glued down to the sides as it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that also keeps it stiffer for when they roll it onto a big roll of fabric and keeps it really flat. All the cool things.
All of the things today.
Yeah.
And I like that you use the word destashed.
Absolutely.
Is that something that you coined or picked up along the way?
We've picked it up along the way. It's a nice way of saying getting rid of things. Yeah. So we all have our own little stashes of things.
Yes, we do.
Especially sewers have their fabric stashes. And a lot of sewers have fabric stashes in multiple places in their home. So it's nice to de-stash and recycle it or send it on to somewhere like here where it will get sold and used again.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Have you heard that word before?
No, this is the first time I'm hearing the word de-stash, and I love it.
Love it. Use it.
Yes, I will.
This is home decor. This is great. It goes this direction, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. This is cool. This is woven into being this print. This is not printed on top. And then it's given a backing. Yeah. Because this is home decor, so it would be used for a couch or an ottoman or that kind of thing.
It's very handsome.
It's, I would say like medium weight. This print is so pretty. This gold and black and white. Very geometric. Kind of feels kind of expensive.
It does.
I like this. This is also like a stiffness that would be fun to make into like a fabric basket for organization.
Ooh.
Rather than a plastic basket.
I like that. I like that. I'm really working hard to like detoxify the home and fabric choices of what I'm wearing and putting on my body. So even doing something like making
this.
your own baskets. And I've got a client who actually knits her own baskets, and she uses them around the house for her knitting projects, for her blankets, and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really great when people have the skills and the creativity to make their own things.
I love the name of this one.
Point me in the right direction.
Because it's got all the arrows in it, the little triangles.
Yeah.
Which way?
Which way? Which way?
Which you
So
do
clever.
a lot of. You point people in the right direction for organization.
Sure do. I sure do.
Has there been organizational things that have stumped you where you really have to do more research on and figure out how to get this right for this right person?
This question is stumping me right now.
Oh, okay. That's a good one then.
I can't think of anything specific right now, but here's what I know. What I've done in the past with tricky situations is trial and error, right? And a lot of thinking outside the box. So one of the things, actually I can think of a specific, not really fabric or sewing related.
That's okay.
But we were faced with an entryway for a townhouse where there was no front hall closet, no space to put your shoes when you take them off coming into the house, nowhere to hang up your coat. So we actually ended up going to IKEA into their as-is section, buying a really long cabinet door, and then we used drawer pulls, the long drawer pulls, put them along the door and tied the rubber tourniquet that you can get from medical supply stores.
Yeah.
We tied that from drawer pull to drawer pull, and then used it as a shoe, a wall-mounted shoe rack.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So we tried it. It worked really, really great.
I love that. At my house too, I have that kind of idea because I have a very small entryway and we have our electric scooters at the front door, so it's easy in and out.
Yeah.
And so beside it I have an ottoman and I put elastic around it so my shoes slip in there.
Perfect.
So they're not on the floor.
Yeah. Use the vertical height. Always use vertical height. Okay,
Artistry in abstract.
Ooh.
This is so 90s.
Yes. Does this have a front and a back, or are they both the same?
So I think what is facing the camera is the back of the fabric. Actually, right now we're gonna flip it around.
Okay.
And the reason I can tell is because the print on the back is usually a little bit more faint than the print on the front when it comes to a material like this. This is
so subtle.
This is also a really interesting fabric because it has a permanent crinkle.
Yeah.
So this would have been a smooth fabric that would have been put into a press and steamed with a chemical into position to be crinkled like this.
Okay.
So let's bring it up to the camera so you can really get an idea here. Let's see if it'll focus in here. Okay. Oh, there.
There.
Okay. So there, with the light on the print there, you can see that crinkle that's been put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
So this, because it's been chemically treated, it can't be ironed or steamed out then.
Correct. I mean, over time it'll relax, but it will always have that kind of effect in it.
Yeah.
Artistry and abstract. I love it. Super fun. Oh, look at, there's another thing of that.
Another point me in the right direction.
Yep. Oh, and another one. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So much.
So many projects.
Somebody needs to make some cushions and some baskets.
And ottomans.
I didn't see that
and
one.
a whole armchair.
I love it. Ooh.
This is cozy.
Golden. Oh, this is really weird cut. Wow. Somebody probably used it. Interesting. So this has been cut in the width here. You can see that this would match up here, but it's been cut. So somebody was probably using this to make a project, and then just didn't use the rest of it, and it got all crinkled because it's been in a box.
What kind of material is this?
This is a cotton blend, likely with a linen is how I'm feeling it.
That's what I was thinking.
I think, where's our tag here? We called it a cotton blend. So we do what's called a burn test.
Oh,
so we
I see
burn,
the mark
yeah,
right here.
Usually we take a corner of the material and we do a little lighter action and we set it aflame. Now it seems more dramatic than it actually is, but there's a couple of things that tell us what material it is. So the smoke color.
Yeah. Oh.
So some smoke from fabric can be black and some will be gray and some is white.
Okay, so what would a cotton blend smoke be?
A cotton will be gray.
Good to know.
And then when you blow out the flame,
yeah.
Some fabrics actually are naturally, they'll extinguish the flame on their own. You don't have to blow it out. So that is a big tell.
Okay.
But if it doesn't, usually cotton will just keep going because it is like a wood base, organic base.
Yeah. Okay.
Not wood base, organic base. And the smell of the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And the cotton will smell like a campfire.
Okay.
And then
whereas like polyester would have more
it'll
of a,
smell very chemically.
Right.
Very like synthetic plastic burning.
Okay.
And linen will smell like just a regular, like a piece of wood that's alight versus the campfire that also has like leaves and other things in it. So there, it's a very, like, you know how people are very connoisseurs with wine.
Fire smells.
Exactly. You know, you get that way with fabric as well. So this is why I'm saying it's a blend, because it didn't quite smell very like campfire-y.
Yeah.
It smelled very like a mixture of campfire and regular wood.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying a linen cotton blend. But this is called a slub plain weave because you can see the texture in it. So it's not quite a smooth plain weave here. Let's see. Let's get this focus here. There we go. It's not quite the perfect plain weave. It has some slub in it. But I love the drape on a material like this. This is a medium weight. So every fabric has its own weight as well.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, medium weight.
Awesome.
Fun, fun, fun.
This one is called Desert Breeze. Oh wait, desert? No, dessert. Dessert Breeze.
And there's another piece of it as well.
Awesome.
I love these multiples. We haven't had multiples in a while. Ooh, so pretty. So abstract. So this, I love when certain prints, you hold them back.
Yeah.
They're very, like, geometric looking. And then when you come up close to it, you can really see the detail. So this has that little hint of light blue in it with the orange and yellow.
I feel like this is what the bees would be seeing.
Right? I love that. What do we call it?
One for the bloomers.
See, for the bees and everything. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Awesome.
So pretty.
Okay.
And that was a cotton.
That's a cotton.
That would be like a quilting weight.
Okay. Oh, and this one's
This
lighter.
one as well. This one's that lightweight cotton. This would be like what we would call broadcloth.
Okay.
So it has like an overarching name. So you could use it for literally anything.
Just make a pretty blouse.
Oh yeah. And this light blue color does well on a lot of different complexions. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because it has that little like browns
It's
and
got
like
the browns in it, yeah.
So this floral is quite pretty. Little bouquets. Granny Lorna's garden.
Granny Lorna.
Okay,
who names these fabrics?
We all do.
That's so
I have
fun.
like a nice team for input here. We have Ash and Fiona who does most of it. Every once in a while I'll do some just to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time unboxing is done by them, so I don't even know the names until they come up, which is really fun.
So clever.
But yeah,
Granny
Lorna.
Thanks, Granny Lorna, whoever you are. Your garden is beautiful.
All right, this one's interesting. Ooh. How does this green make you feel?
Like I'm about to jump in the ocean.
Yeah.
But also kind of like 90s grad.
Ooh, yeah.
Like it has that taffeta sheen to it.
Yeah.
Listen to me talking like
oh my gosh,
think
there's
I
so
know
much
what
of
I'm
this.
talking about.
Wow. So this has been hand-stitched hemmed. This is not machine hemmed.
Would this
Somebody's
be like
gone-
remnants of a curtain or something?
I think this is the bottom of a
Oh,
curtain.
bottom of a, yeah, I see. I see.
We've got some seams here. You can, there, we've got some seams. But somebody has gone and done a little invisible hem. Little hand stitch. Let's get the focus there. It's hard to read on camera because it's so invisible. They did a really good job pairing thread color. So ready for this, but it's spelled SCW.
For this.
This is great.
Amazing.
Now, I think this is a cotton blend, but let's see what the tag says
I think
here.
it's a silk blend.
Silk blend.
Silk blend.
So silk can be blended with so many different things. It is likely blended with cotton. That's the most common silk blend.
Sure.
But this is great for curtains, great for pillowcases, for the couch.
Caught on.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of purposes for this kind of stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah, we would call it taffeta. But this isn't like a typical taffeta. Taffeta is more like formal, kind of noisy.
Yeah, so stiff.
You can
Yeah.
hear it. This is a little bit softer of a taffeta. Love it.
Awesome.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
It's so
This is-
warm in here.
This is not
We are
summertime
sweating in the
material.
studio these days, everyone. So this is wool, so we're like, that's why we don't want to touch it.
Holding it away from our bodies.
Yeah, but this wool is gorgeous. The camera's really gonna read this now with the gold and red and like a houndstooth.
Houndstooth?
Yes.
Little ziggity zaggity action.
No, not houndstooth, herringbone.
Herringbone.
So the difference is, the way I always have to do it is houndstooth has the little jut out in the bottom of the print.
Oh, yes.
And herringbone is the V shape.
Gotcha. Or is it, but what about the chevron? Is that one also? Like
That's the herringbone.
Oh, that's the herringbone.
Yeah. So this is an interesting fabric again because of the shape. This top edge that we're holding here is actually hemmed over and it's cut in like a circular, it's like a half circle.
Like a half circle.
So it could be the start of a skirt or a tablecloth or that kind of thing. But this is a full like half circle. But what we do is we'll take what the largest surface area is on something like this and give that as the measurement. So you usually get a little bit extra fabric on something like this.
Got it.
More than what is priced. So this is, we're saying 1 meter by 1 meter because that's the surface area, but there's so much more fabric than that.
Okay.
So $13 for this.
$13 for all of this
I
wool?
know. This is an acrylic wool blend, I will say. It mostly smelled like wool to me, but there was definitely something mixed in.
Yeah.
But I would say maybe like a 70-30 mix.
Okay.
But that's just practice and knowing your materials, right? And you're probably the same way of being like, oh, that size bin will fit in that spot, right?
Yes, that's so true. That's so true. I've gotten really good at eyeballing spaces.
Absolutely.
And all those years in my teens of playing Tetris,
oh, I'm good at
it's
Tetris
like
too. Yeah.
coming right back around of Tetrising something.
Okay, this is a really small piece, but it's really interesting.
It's very interesting.
Let's hold that up. Whoa, that reads so cool on camera. I love it. Very 90s. You remember those like 90s cowl shirts?
No.
Maybe it was an Ontario thing.
Maybe.
But this is a double knit.
Polyester blend.
Yeah, polyester blend. So this front is textured. It's like crinkled up and textured.
It's so textured.
Very textured to the touch and the hand. And then on the back, it's black. Ooh.
Yeah,
So
really
the
light.
So the black would be against the skin,
Mhm.
and then you have the texture outside.
That feels nice.
Very fun.
This one's called Praising African Queens.
Ooh, I love that. Abundance.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Oh, we already have that going.
Yeah.
Look at that. All those
Ooh,
duplicates.
ooh.
Wow.
There's lots of florals today. Do you guys usually have
We get
this
a
many
lot of florals.
Yeah?
Yeah, especially in our like cotton quilting.
Yes.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's usually a lot of florals. This would be like a cotton rayon blend, and blouses, dresses. I would love to see a little wrap dress.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't that be adorable?
Yes.
Look at how
I mean,
vibrant.
I would
Oh my
take
gosh,
this
just
to the
like
beach and lay on it.
right. Look at that vibrance.
Amazing. It'll be easy for your friends to spot you at the beach. Oh, it's called Summer on the Lawn.
You knew.
There
You
we
knew.
go. Love it.
Do you have
I'm
a
learning.
favorite way of organizing someone's like clothes in particular?
I am a big fan of the Marie Kondo style of folding, where everything, let's say your t-shirts, everything is folded and placed in your drawer like it's filed.
Right.
You know, so when you open your drawer, you can see what you've got. Whereas if you're folding and stacking, you're only ever seeing and touching the first couple t-shirts on the top of your stack, and the ones at the bottom get forgotten. So yeah, I like arranging so that you can see everything. Yeah.
I did little like cardboard dividers for my husband because he has like Kalex in our closet for his clothes.
Yeah.
And we fold it and put cardboard in between each one, so it's easy to slide in and out. So it's filed sideways rather than stacked in the square.
That's a good idea too. Yes, so ingenious. To me, there's no right or wrong way. It's just the way that needs to work for you, right? And your lifestyle and your needs, your tendencies. Yeah.
This is a wool as well. This deep teal. So this is actually a green mixed with blue, but it will read from far away as a dark teal color. And that's what I love about a lot of wool and how it's woven together. This is a twill weave, so it's like a denim almost, that diagonal line. This is called Summer in Scotland.
Summer in Scotland.
I love it.
Hey.
Oh, we got a few left here, everyone, and then we're gonna do our little spiel for Quincilia here. This is cool fabric. 2000s beach day.
Oh, this is like
So
beach
specific.
at the sunsets.
Yeah.
With the drummers.
This would be an interesting fabric because it's already kind of naturally being pulled on this side. Where these stripes are, you can grab the threads and actually like gather it. It pulls up, so it's like self-gathering fabric. And sometimes, depending on the weave, if you find the right kind of woven stripe like this, you can do that naturally. And you don't have to add stitching to make it gather.
Oh, see, when I saw you do that, my mind went straight to like, oh, it's like that snag. You know, you gotta like fix the snag,
right? You want to
like,
fix it rather than
you're wrecking it.
No, but you can.
That's so
and the thing
clever.
is, you can pull it back out.
Yeah.
Right. So, whatever extended, what length the thread is, will extend that out.
Amazing.
But yeah, 2000s beach day, 1.5 meters.
1.5
That's a lot to play with.
Awesome.
All right, I think I'm gonna leave that for the last one because I think that's my favorite one today. But this
I don't mind on my skin on a hot day.
And can you tell maybe what it is based on how it feels?
It
like
feels
natural
like
or
a
synthetic?
silk.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
You got it right. And that's the thing about silk is that you can usually tell. If it's silk, and if I have the question, that's when I do the burn test. But yeah, this floats like, this will float like crazy. This is a medium weight chiffon, so it's quite opaque, but it has this beautiful float to it. I love it. This is called sleeve swoosh.
Sleeve swoosh.
Because you just want to swoosh your sleeves.
Yes. This is definitely a swooshing, twirling material.
And this is also a hard material to fold because it is so slippy and so airy. Okay, oh, and this guy
This is
here.
the kind of material that most of my clients would go, done.
I love that. I've done that many times myself. I'm just going to point out that second one that I pulled up has a little rip in the material, but it's easy to find. I think it's the other one. Oh, no, here. There's like a little rip here in the fabric. Let's see if it'll focus in there. Yeah. And we would have listed that and then taken some of the price out. So we'll still sell something that has a little damage. It's workaroundable or mendable. I really love doing visible mending too.
Ooh, is that where you would put like a patterned patch?
Yeah, or sometimes even stylized stitching. There's some really fun ways of doing that. I find there's usually never a reason to throw something out that you love if you can fix it.
Yes. Or you can find people to fix it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to have
knowing
the skill
what your
yourself.
resources are.
Okay, second last one. This pink is so hot this summer.
So hot. Love it.
This is very similar to the gold that we had earlier.
Yeah.
And this is called Pinkie Pie Princess Party.
Pinkie Pie Princess Party. Pinkie Pie Princess Party.
Say that 5 times fast. We had the same thought as
Four piece.
This is so pretty. They're very drapey, great for blouses, great for skirts. Very summery.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
All right, break out, dust off the sewing machine at home.
My favorite one today. You ready? Are you ready?
Let me take a corner.
Woo! Look at that print.
Miami, here we come.
I love this so much. It just makes me happy.
And look at all the boxes. Organizers love boxes.
So much of what you do with organization is based around happiness too, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
Mm-hmm.
It is about what brings you joy.
Yeah.
You know? Like a lot of times if you go into your closet that's filled with clothes and you still look at it and go, I have nothing to wear. It's not that you have nothing to wear. It's because nothing in there brings you joy. Or the state of your closet doesn't bring you joy. Mm-hmm. So in that case, I say do a reset.
Absolutely.
Take it all out, put it back in.
This is a beautiful cotton rayon blend. It's very lightweight, great for blouses. I mean, I would definitely do the oversized like 80s blouse.
Hammer pants.
Hammer pants.
Hammer pants.
Oh my God, yeah. We gotta do the hammer dance.
This one's called Postmodern Edge.
I love it. Favorite one of the day.
Hammer time.
Thank you so much, Quincilia, for joining me, Erin. What's your next thing? What are you up to now?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of your viewers might not know who I am or what I offer. So home organizing services, lots of decluttering that typically happens before we even look at what the solutions are. Mm-hmm. And I also offer virtual organizing. So for people who aren't living here in the Lower Mainland, all around the world, all across the country, I can do Zoom sessions to give you tips and tricks and ideas. But it's just, the difference is I'm not there to do it for you. So that's a great service for people who are capable and willing to do the work, but just need some ideas, some outside the box thinking.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, your company name?
SOS My Space. You can find me on Instagram and online at my website, sosmyspace.com.
Thanks again for joining me.
You're welcome.
Happy organizing.
Thank you. And happy organizing to you too.
I know. We have a lot to organize in here at all times, so. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll see you all in 2 weeks' time for our next unboxing with Erin, where I'll have another guest come on with me and unbox fabric. You never know who's going to show up, so make sure you tune in next time. Bye.